From humble beginnings with a desire to serve the Dudley community, Bank of Dudley has grown to 5 locations, serving Lawrence, Twiggs, and surrounding counties. Serving our community since 1905, the Bank of Dudley is looking forward to its 2nd century of community banking. Drop in today to any of our 5 locations: Jeffersonville, Dudley, East Dublin, Veterans Boulevard, and downtown Dublin. Bank of Dudley, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Good morning and welcome to the District 5 Exchange. On behalf of the Chamber of Commerce and the Board of Directors, thank you for taking your time this morning to come and visit with us. I want to say a special thank you to my Board of Directors, my ambassadors. Thank you to the Bank of Dudley for hosting us this morning and for all the great sponsors, elected officials, educators, and you, the members of the Dublin-Lawrence Chamber of Commerce. Thank you so much for coming out this morning. And with that, we got a great program this morning. We got a lot of folks that are going to give you some updates about what's going on in District 5. And I am going to turn it over to Mr. Sam Bell with Bank of Dudley. If you would, help me welcome Sam.
Thank you. We appreciate having y'all over here. We started this, I don't know, 6 or 7 years ago, 8 years ago. I saw a retired person walk in a while ago, and Miss Jane Frederick. Jane, when did we renovate this office?
Sam, you're asking me hard questions. Let's see, about 2007.
So 11 years ago. If my 12 years ago, if my math's right. I wasn't real good in math. James can attest to that, and Nancy. Several people graduated here with me. I did graduate, but I want y'all to know that we are pleased to have you here. And we kind of started this as our grand reopening of this office, and it's continued. And the name District 5 comes from the Commission District. So let me correct one thing. We may have to change that, Heath, because we have District 5 and District 4. So this may be 4/5.
I thought I'd lost my business in that fire, but my agent was there before the flames were out. He said, together, we're gonna rebuild. Our employees depended on it. My independent agent and auto owners made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there.
Curry Maffitt Insurance, now at 115 West Jackson Street in downtown Dublin.
We've got quite a few speakers, so we need to, the only way I can say this is just as plain as I can say it. We need to hear what you got to say, but it needs to be brief because we have this many speakers and we've got to get open at 9. So first up, Kevin Tanner, District 5 Commissioner right here.
Give me your next. Oh, goodness. I don't know why that had to be first. Thank y'all, everybody, for coming, and thank you, Bank of Dudley, and all the sponsors. I'm going to try to tell you a little bit. I hope that's right. But there's some things going on. We got 2 bridges. Well, we got 1 bridge in Bruton that should be going to be redone starting next year. And got some resurfacing. Bethlehem, Ed Beckham resurfaced the physical year next year. And I've been told that 2022, I think, we're going to have, the state's going to put 2 roundabouts at Bethlehem and Ed Beckham and Bethlehem at 80. So that's, I think it's 2022. So that's what we got. And but if y'all need me, I'm here. Call me. We'll do what we can to help you. Thank y'all.
Hello, I'm Jimmy Rogers. I do represent District 4, which does come on the east side of the county. A portion of my district does come on into the city limits of East Dublin. Then it goes back out toward the Buckeye Penn Halls Lake area. Here recently we have already completed some projects out there on some resurfacing on some roads. We still have plans, hopefully sometime between now and February, to do several more resurfacing projects out in the Buckeye area. We have a couple of TIA projects that Brian and we all working on now, trying to get the Buckeye and New Buckeye Road resurfaced, and we have a bridge that's going to be repaired or completely torn down and put in new out on the Buckeye Road. And this could be a while before this project comes to play, because there are just so many things you have to do before you can let the project out. But it would cause some problems for a while. We'd have to close that road, so that's a very well-traveled road. But it is a pleasure to serve as a commissioner of Lawrence County, not just District 4, but Lawrence County, because Lawrence County has been good to me. And I tell you, that's why we have such a strong county. It's because of the people that I see here in this room today. And I just want to thank you for all your prayers and support. Thank you.
Dublin Ford Lincoln's favorite part about serving our community is all of the wonderful friendships that we build. And Ty Martinez is one of those friends.
I asked for a truck, and I couldn't ask for anything better. I mean, when he got the truck, it was exactly what I wanted. And they went. I think this one came from Tennessee. Got out of town and brought it to me. Oh, come Dublin Ford. Check them out before you check anybody else out.
Others call you customers, we call you friends. That's Dublin Ford Lincoln.
Good morning, and thank you very much to each of you among us that share the tremendous partnerships we have with our business communities and our other stakeholders. We have literacy in Lawrence that's very vibrant and responsible for our curriculum instruction and all the tremendous growth you're seeing in our test results is Dr. Rhonda Hightower. She's over here near the door. Wave at him, Rhonda. She's phenomenal. Next to her is the gentleman responsible for our career and technical education, which is also another partnership-driven program that is being expanded each year, and we're very excited, Mr. Randy Gay. And take note, he is wearing a Falcon shirt, having been on the west side for years, so he's getting converted. And also with us this morning, we have Dr. O.J. Hall, Ms. Janelle Butler, Ms. Kelly Dean, and Dr. Jamie Lawhorn, and Ms. Pat Brock, who is the lady that tries to make us all look good. She's our public information officer. So at this time, I'm going to turn the microphone over to Dr. Hall to give you an update from East High.
Good morning. It's another great day to be at East High. It's an even better day because it's Friday and we're at the end of homecoming week. We've had a great week. We've had great kids. In fact, to close out homecoming week, I had a first grader in my office this morning, and I'm trying to quiz or just trying to make conversation. I'm not used to working with them that young, and I said, I have a globe on my desk, and she said, why do you have a globe there? I said, well, I used to be a history teacher. I said, can you tell me where you stay on that globe? And she takes it and she spins it, and she puts her finger right on North America, and she said, this is where I live. I said, who taught you that? She said, my first grade teacher, Miss Jones, did. I said, well, what do you want to be when you grow up? She said, well, I want to work 2 jobs. She said, I want to be a police officer and I want to be a school teacher. I said, well, come to the high school and some days you'll get to do both. So we've had a great time, and that is a testament to the job that our teachers in our district are doing. My kids are learning, they are growing, and you're going to hear a lot of these other principals talk about those successes. But on another note this morning, you'll see a lot of our accolades and academic achievements that'll come out in papers in the upcoming months once the data is no longer embargoed by the state, and you'll be able to read and see the great job that our faculty, our staff, as well as our parents, that our community is doing for our kids to make sure they achieve the best that they can be. But on another note, there's a different type of excitement going on at East High as well. And that's because our teachers and our staff is getting ready to enter the planning phase in October of what we hope to become the layout of a new high school. As you probably heard and read, that if you look across from the sports complex, there's about 80 acres that we're looking to put a very nice facility that East Dublin is very, very deserving of. In order to take these whispers and make them a loud noise, and in order to take that excitement, because these teachers are super excited about it, we get the opportunity to build a 21st century school and have all the latest cutting edge technology and opportunities. We get to include things that we would like to have, like potentially our own welding program. We have several kids that are interested in that we turn down because we have an opportunity with the Career Academy, but we don't have enough seats. So that would just expand that opportunity to reach more kids. So just simple things like that will allow those kids to turn back around and gain jobs in this county and turn around and pay taxes in this county to help us to continue to provide a better education for all of our students. So we're truly asking your support on November the 5th, and early voting starts on October the 14th. We're asking you to run to the polls. We're asking you to get out and vote. We're asking you to support this, and we're asking you that if anybody has any questions, feel free to talk with us. I'm going to leave some pamphlets for you to pick up that has factual information. When we go to the polls on that day, we're not asking for any new taxes or any more taxes. We're just simply asking to extend the tax that we currently have in place so that we can use everybody around this great Middle Georgia area and even throughout the entire states as they travel through I-16 to help our kids in East Dublin as well as on the west side of the district get the services that they deserve. So we thank you for your support in advance, and it's another great day to be in East Dublin.
Good morning. I'm Janelle Butler. I'm the primary school principal, and that's actually one of my teachers he was talking about. I just want to brag about that. But I always say I never want to have to speak after Dr. Hall, and then they put me right after Dr. Hall. We worked together for the last 3 years, and I just like to stand behind him and just be like, yeah, that's great. That's amazing. So we're off to a great start at the primary school. We're focused on literacy. I'm excited about all the amazing things that are going on in our classrooms. You're welcome to come and see our new media center. We had our little unveiling. We did a scavenger hunt with our parents and students, our first library night, and it was really exciting. We're going to have some fun, interactive library nights for the rest of the year. So come out and join us. I don't have a whole lot of data or things to talk about yet because we have the young ones there, but I know we're going to have some really great things to come.
Hey, want a successful career? Start with an education that puts you front and center with hands-on experience. An education that will prepare you for opportunity in 2 years or less. An education that's fast and affordable. Most OFTC students graduate debt-free thanks to the Hope Career Grant, which offers free tuition in more than 63 programs. Think differently about college. Choose OFTC for an education that's fast, local, and debt-free. OFTC is an equal opportunity institution.
I had the opportunity to work with all three of these administrators. 1 year we all worked together, and so now it's so exciting that we're each at a school on the east side, and if there's ever a time for the east side schools to really step up and shine and move forward, it's now that we all get to work together. I sat here 2 years ago, my first year as principal at East Lawrence Elementary, and talked about my goal was that children could read, that they would leave my school and be reading on grade level so that when they go to the middle school, they're prepared for those things. And I'm excited to share that last year in third grade, we went from 54% reading on grade level the year before to 78% reading on grade level last year. So we were really excited about that. This year our goal is 80%, and hopefully we can keep moving on through that. But we want to create students that have the jobs you have now in the future. We just got through doing a $25,000 media center renovation. Sam's wife is our media specialist, and so she's excited about that renovation. We've created a production newsroom, so we hope to train up the next Pat Brock that'll come through and train up somebody to take her place. But we are having an open house on the 24th of September to show you our new media center and what we've got going on there. So if you're on the east side, we hope you can stop by. And anytime you don't have anything to do, come read with our children. We would love to have some community readers come out and read, and they can show you what they're doing. So thank you for your support, and I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Lawhorn.
Thanks a lot to Miss Dean. Always excited to get to come talk to you people. Those of you guys that know me know I really enjoy talking in front of large groups of people. So yeah, I'm very excited about this morning. I also appreciate Dr. Hall making things so easy for the rest of us, being so polished and all like he is. But we have a great team over here on the east side, and like Kelly said, we have worked together for several years. This is my 6th year at East Lawrence. And my 2nd year at East Lawrence Middle School as the principal, and we have a lot of great things going on at the middle school as well, and we encourage you guys to come out and look at some of those things like Dr. Hall mentioned, and I think Miss Dean mentioned as well. Hopefully in the next month or so, and Miss Dr. Hightower can correct me if I'm wrong, we're going to start getting some data back from the state on our test scores and being able to release that stuff. And we had some really good gains in all areas, not only at my school but at all of our schools, and we're excited about the progress we're making, making our kids better readers and better mathematicians, and et cetera. And so I encourage you guys to come out and see some of that stuff. We, just like the high school, we have had a great homecoming week, and we're excited for its conclusion. Tonight, so you guys come out tonight and watch the Falcons play against Wheeler County, hopefully beat up on the Bulldogs, and we'll hopefully see you at the game. Okay, thanks.
Pardon me, I left off a very, very important person that strives to make me look good and works right beside me, my administrative assistant, Ms. Leanne Tribble. She's hiding back here in the crowd, so thank you, Leanne.
We are Woodland Heights Baptist Church right here in Dublin, and we're an independent fundamental Baptist church, and we are a growing church. We went from 15 4 years ago to 61 Sunday morning. We've seen over 73 come to know Christ in 4 years. And we have a youth program that's building and getting stronger. Things for young adults, things for the senior saints. We call them our young at hearts. And just a great group. If you're looking for a place to learn God's Word, to hear sound preaching, to come grow so you can grow your spiritual life, your Christian life, and learn what God's Word says. And we encourage you to come out and visit with us. And we know that you'll find a good, warm welcome there at Woodland Heights Baptist Church. All of our events and all of our information can be found at WHBCDublin.com or WHBC Dublin at Facebook. You can find all these events and links to register and all that's online.
We've got a great group of sponsors again this year. We're going to start out with Mr. Charles Chambers with Chambers Water Filtration. If you would help me welcome Mr. Chambers.
Good morning. I'll tell you, we've every time we have this crowd, it just gets prettier and prettier. And I'm talking about the men also. But I do appreciate all that you do for us. Chambers Water Filtration has been in business for 33 years. We've been blessed. We just keep moving on and on and on and growing. I do have Tammy Chambers and Tyler Chester with our company here this morning. And my wife, Patty Chambers, she works for Middle Georgia Eats herself. And so I am going to kind of keep it quick this morning because I did have some dental surgery, and I'm going to go get me some scrambled eggs to eat so I can get in. But I appreciate y'all, and thank you so much. I appreciate the Chambers.
Al Williams is going to speak on behalf of the mayor. If you would help me welcome Al, please.
Well, I promise you this is going to be short and sweet because I was not expecting the mayor to be a no-show today. So if y'all see him, y'all give him a fit about it, and I will too. Mainly, first of all, I want to make sure I recognize Braxton Brown, another fellow councilman that's here today. Melissa. Melissa's here, and Larry's here. He retired on us, but he's here. And is that everybody, Melissa? Yes. Is that everybody's here from the city? Okay, and we lost 2 members since this last meeting. Want to remember them, Mr. Dent Jackson and Mr. Zillman Young. And we really do miss them. They were great people, good council people, and they're a great loss to the community. I really don't have a whole lot to say because, like I said, I wasn't prepared for this, but we do want to welcome y'all. Anytime you need anything with the city of East Dublin, please just, come see us. Melissa's always there, and so, she'll get in touch with us or the proper people. We try hard every day to provide the service that we need to our citizens, and so we want to make sure that people feel like they're welcome to come to East Dublin and encourage them to come to East Dublin every chance we get. Thank you.
Where's Kenneth? Kenneth Bland with Cloverleaf. Help me welcome Kenneth.
Good morning, everybody. We just want to thank y'all for supporting us in the community. We have now owned Cloverleaf for 17 months. Representing us today, I have Eric Bland, my son. He is also the owner of CrossFit DGA. And we have Tasha Rowland with us today. She's been with Cloverleaf over 20 years. And she was kind of an unexpected gem that we found when we took over Cloverleaf. She can do anything there, and she's a great employee. So if y'all haven't met her, y'all need to come eat with us and meet this young lady. She's a hard worker. And just want to tell y'all, a lot of people say, well, your son does a CrossFit gym, and you feed people. And what y'all don't realize is we had a plan. I fatten them up, and then I send them to my son. And it's working pretty good. We've really done well with that. So, y'all come see us and eat, and we really appreciate the community and the support that we've had. Thank y'all very much.
Mr. Tanner, would you come on up and say a few words? Help me welcome Mr. Tanner this morning.
We want to welcome everyone this morning. I have my son Ashley here. If you have any document instruction needs, give us a call. This has been a great year for us. Give my staff a call, and me and Ashley either want to be out to shred it up for you. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Darren King with Clements & Keene Insurance. And many of us do not like to talk about it, but no family needs to go without a life insurance program. Show your family how much you love them by preparing in advance with a life insurance program. Clements & Keene Insurance can help you with term insurance or permanent insurance. Regardless of your need, your age, or where you may be in life, life insurance is a critical part of financial planning for you and your family. Please give us a call at Clements & Keene Insurance, 272-8019.
If you would, help me welcome back Mr. Sam Bell with Bank of Dudley.
All right, again, thank you for being here, and I'm going to be brief, but you know, people like to remember their high school playing days. Is Charles still here, Charles Chambers? My brother-in-law told me that the hardest lick, and you probably remember it, that he's ever seen on a high school football field, I guess would have been back in the 67, 8, 9. Charles hit somebody from Wheeler County or Telfair County, and they thought he was dead. Now Charles probably wasn't quite as big as he is now, but they said Charles hit somebody as hard as they'd ever seen anybody hit on a football field. You remember that? Broke his face mask.
Oh my God.
Now, Charles probably weighed 165 pounds then, but yeah, but I've heard that story from several people over the years. So, and
I'm glad that you think about a new school for y'all. I started in first grade at East Lawrence with half a year at Bruton, and then started East Lawrence to be the first actual graduating class.
you graduated in 67, so it's time for a new high school. I graduated from that school also. And the other thing is, you know, he can do great things with water, I can assure you. Now, I'm not sure he can do like the good book and turn water into wine, but Mayor Gonto can, because he's got a vineyard right over here. That's not correct. So anyway, I just thought I'd bring that up, Charles. And I'll say something else about the cloverleaf. If you hadn't been there on Wednesday, in Bruton we called them salmon croquettes. You may call them salmon patties, but if you hadn't been there on Wednesday and had those, they're pretty doggone good, and you will need CrossFit after you go there. Thank you for coming. Next year will be a big year in the Bank of Dudley's history. We started in 1905, so next year we'll be celebrating 115 years. We were chartered in October of 1905, so we'll probably do a little bigger celebration next year. I'm going to put that on Piper, and she'll start January the 1st, by the way. But I thank all of our staff. I thank Kenny for doing all the food from Cloverleaf. It was delicious this morning. If we can help you, if the Bank of Dudley can ever help you, we're here. If you start on Highway 80 in East Dublin and you go Highway 80 to Jeffersonville, you can find a Bank of Dudley office. We got ATMs. This ATM it was a point of controversy when we were renovating over here. Kay Domino, that used to be with us, said there's a kiosk in Savannah that is the most attractive ATM I've ever seen. We need to do this. I said, well, how much is it? She told me. I said, Kay, well, can't we just put an ATM out there? This thing, that little blue thing out there costs a lot of money, let me just tell you. It's been one of the best. Kay was a lot smarter than I am. That's been one of the best investments we've ever made. It is right here. It's right at the heart of the East Campus. A lot of visitors come from out of town for ball games and other events, and so if you're up and down 80, we got an ATM you can use. If you don't want to use the ATM, we got a phone. If you got a mobile phone, if you got a cell phone, we got a mobile app. We have any technology you want, but the most important thing we have is standing in this room. Most of them have on khaki pants and blue shirts. So if we can help you, let us know.